Tensions high in the Middle East as fears of Iran's retaliation strike against Israel continue to grow. The U.S. Embassy is warning all Americans to leave Lebanon. The State Department is also raising the security threat level to do not travel. And several international airlines are suspending flights to and from Lebanon and Israel. This comes as the Pentagon is deploying warships and fighter jets to that region. And the United Kingdom standby. Joining me now to help break it all down is News Nation senior national security contributor, retired Air Force Lieutenant General Richard Newton. Sir, good morning.
Good morning, Nick. Always good to be with you.
Good to have you here, too, sir. You know, it helps for you to help assuage the fears of those at home who are trying to figure out exactly what's happened. Is this not a question of if but when Iran will actually strike, and what will it mean to us here at home?
Well, Nick, I think the next several hours or perhaps the next few days, it's very critical. It's a very dangerous time where I believe we're going to see unfold an escalation of conflict, if you will, between Israel and Iran. There's a security team and the senior commanders last night. And so Iran certainly on multiple fronts with its proxies, Hamas in Gaza, the Houthis in northern Yemen, and so forth, and from Iran, strike back at Israel. And so, this is the highest tension I've seen since those 1,200 people back on October 7th. So high alert. The United States is responding also. President Biden will meet in the White House situation room security team, dispatching a United States Air Force F-16. He's going to move the aircraft carrier, the Abraham Lincoln. Well, so all eyes are now.
And General Newton, break that down. Even though they have deployed American boots on
the ground, but forces saw on April 13th when 320 or so ballistic missiles and it's the U.S. is bolstering our position. By the way, not we have 40,000 troops in the mid in Iraq. We've got about 900 in Syria, 3,000 in Jordan. So right near that conflict area, it's very critical that we protect assets as well as those who are serving in
is warning Israelis that challenging days lie ahead. General Newton, how do you expect Iran will actually retaliate?
Well, we don't specifically. Here's my anticipation. Number one, I would expect from the air with program on April 13th. Over a course of hours, I think you could probably see this more over a course of days, where Iran would try to strike from the air. I believe that also they could strike using some of their naval assets, at least put in harm's way some of Israel's infrastructure. You could also see them activate some of their intelligence or their special ops forces for very unique and small-scale assassination attempts. But we don't have many specifics right now because Iran is really much like they did back on April 13th, where they kind of indicated what they're going to do, that we have no indication right now. One other thing if Israel has an opportunity with indications and warnings of an attack by Iran strikes, and so I'm watching out for that. 24 to 96 hours are critical.
And in the background of all of that, still negotiate the release of